Hey there, ever wondered what net zero really means? More than 50 countries around the world have pledged to achieve net zero emissions, but let's break that down. So, net zero emissions means balancing the greenhouse gases we emit into the atmosphere with those we remove. Imagine a seesaw where on one side you've got emissions from cars, factories, and farms, and on the other you've got all the ways we can capture those emissions, like planting trees or using technology that sucks carbon from the air. The goal is to make sure the seesaw stays even. Why is this so crucial? Scientists say we need to reach net zero by 2050 to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius and avoid the worst impacts of climate change like extreme weather, sea level rise, and biodiversity loss. Achieving net zero isn't just about planting a few more trees. It requires a complete transformation of our energy systems, transportation, and even our diets. Governments and businesses have to drive bold structural changes, and each of us can pitch in by reducing our carbon footprint. Key technologies will play a big role. Things like renewable energy, electric vehicles, and carbon capture are vital. We need to bring these costs down and push for breakthroughs in zero carbon solutions. Policy changes are equally important. Governments need to enforce stricter regulations, invest in green infrastructure, and support innovation. It's a massive challenge, but it's achievable. The race to net zero is on, and together we can win it. Top corporations are also stepping up. Companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon have set ambitious net zero targets. These corporations are investing in renewable energy, carbon capture, and sustainable practices, significantly influencing the global effort to combat climate change. The role of corporates is crucial, as they have the resources and influence to drive large-scale changes. Let's take a look at the top 5 countries leading the charge. The UK aims for 2050 with a focus on offshore wind and nuclear energy. The EU targets 2050, emphasizing renewable energy and carbon pricing. China plans for 2060, investing heavily in solar and wind. The US aims for 2050, focusing on electric vehicles and clean energy. India targets 2070 with a strong push for solar energy and reforestation. For more insights, check out the links in the description to know your carbon, and please try to reduce your carbon, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting science videos. Until next time, let's keep pushing for a greener future. Hash net zero, hash climate change, hash carbon capture, hash know your carbon.